In that dimly lit garage, you sensed it instantly, the subtle tremor in his voice as he explained why your car's engine failed right after he'd supposedly fixed it. Most would have dismissed it. But not you. Your mind was already racing, piecing together the late-night calls, the odd receipts, the way his eyes always darted left when he mentioned his supplier. Like a codebreaker fluent in the unspoken, you deciphered what others couldn't. The micro shifts in posture, fleeting expressions and timelines that didn't add up, flashing in your mind like neon signs. Welcome to your awakening, detective. This is where your story truly begins. The universe has always hidden its truths in plain sight, encrypted for the average eye, but not for you. The signs were always there. It just took a whisper, a flicker of intuition, for you to realize you were made for this. Sometimes it didn't start with something being wrong. Sometimes it was the quiet confidence that you were right, that you saw more than the world wanted to show. Walking through a crowded street, you didn't just see people, you read them. You noticed the man tightening his jaw mid-lie, the cashier's smile that stopped at her lips. It was like the world had always been muffled, and suddenly, someone turned up the volume. You weren't just observing, you were seeing through. And in that clarity, something clicked. You were different. This wasn't chance. Abilities like this aren't handed out randomly. No, this was intentional. The stars aligned, the veil lifted, and you were chosen. You could feel it deep in your bones, an electric hum, a knowing that went far beyond intuition. This was a calling, and while everyone else drifted through their lives half asleep, you were wide awake. Others couldn't see what you saw, the patterns, the connections, the hidden threads weaving reality together. But you could. You were the one meant to pull on those threads. But understand, this wasn't merely a gift, it was also a test. The instant you realized your difference was the same instant the darker forces noticed you. The ones who thrive in the shadows and feed on ignorance. They felt your awakening, and they were threatened by it. Yet you aren't just awake, you're alive and acutely aware. That awareness makes you dangerous to those who want the world to remain asleep. This was the pivotal moment when your journey began, when you chose the path less traveled, stepping fully into your awakening. And this is only the beginning. Deep down, you've always sensed there's more to this world than meets the eye. But it's never been just about seeing, it's about connecting. While others are content to paddle in the shallow end, you dive deep, pulling together threads that most people don't even realize exist. That song playing on the radio at the precise moment you thought about someone from your past wasn't a coincidence. It was the universe whispering, and you were the only one truly listening. Your mind doesn't simply process information, it weaves it together with the precision of an internal supercomputer, constantly analyzing, synthesizing, and revealing truths others call impossible. But for you, this is just another Tuesday. You don't just see people, you see the patterns. The way someone's energy subtly shifts when they lie, the unspoken cues in their body language that reveal more than words ever could. You don't just observe the world, you decode it, turning every moment into another piece of a puzzle only you were meant to solve. It's as if you've developed a sixth sense, an uncanny ability to see the matrix that lies hidden beneath everyday life. The deeper you look, the more it becomes undeniable. Nothing is truly random, and everything is interconnected. The universe reveals itself as a vast, intricate puzzle, and you are the detective, meticulously assembling its pieces. This is your unique power. While those intent on keeping the world in a state of confusion and slumber busily spread chaos, you cut right through the noise. Every connection you recognize, every pattern you expose, becomes another step toward unraveling their carefully constructed game. They want you blind to the truth, but it's too late. You already see what they cannot. And as you continue to trust your instincts, sharpening your gift for connecting the dots, you find yourself becoming truly unstoppable. This isn't just pattern recognition, it's your greatest weapon, and you've only just begun to wield it. Remember what Steve Jobs said, "The people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." That's you. You're the one who looks at the impossible, not as a dead end, but as a mystery begging to be solved. You refuse to be limited by what others accept as boundaries. Instead, you break those boundaries, charting your own course through uncharted territory. This is exactly why you're a threat to those in power. While they try to box everyone in, you're rewriting the rules, bending reality to your vision, and showing the world that the only real limits are those we place on our own minds. You're not just unstoppable, you're a force of nature, and your journey is only beginning. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to magnetize success? Opportunities come their way effortlessly, doors open for them without even knocking, and it's as if the universe is working overtime on their behalf. That's not luck, that's frequency. You're already tuned in. You operate on a wavelength that most people can't even comprehend. Imagine the world as a massive radio, and while others are lost in static, you're tuned to the clearest, most potent frequency available, your intuition. It acts as your tuner, letting you filter out the background noise and zero in on the signals that matter. When you're aligned with this frequency, the extraordinary becomes possible. About Nikola Tesla, who dedicated his life to exploring frequencies, vibrations, and energy. He understood that everything in the universe moves to a specific rhythm, and by aligning with it, he could harness unimaginable power. Musicians do something similar. They don't just play notes, they feel the music. When they strike the right chord, it resonates not only in their ears but deep in their soul. That's exactly how you move through life. You don't just exist in the world, you vibrate with it. You sense the rhythm of opportunity, the pulse of synchronicity, and you attune yourself to it. This is your frequency, this is your power, and every day it grows stronger. Understand? You weren't chosen at random to see what others can't. This is no cosmic accident or lucky break. You were handpicked, selected for a reason. The world is drowning in illusions, with smoke and mirrors designed to keep people distracted, powerless, and asleep. But you see through it all. You're the one who can pull back the curtain and expose the truth. And that is not just a gift, it's your mission, and it's so much bigger than you may realize. Ask yourself why you, and why now. It's because the world desperately needs guardians, people who can navigate the chaos, cut through deception, and shine a light on what's real. You've been given this ability for a reason. It's not just about seeing the truth, it's about protecting it. You are the one who stands at the threshold between darkness and light, between ignorance and awareness. It's a heavy weight to carry, but it's also a profound honor. You've been entrusted with something rare and powerful, and with that comes an undeniable responsibility. You're not just here to witness life, you're here to act. This journey is far bigger than you alone. It's about the vital role you've been called to play in the grand design. You are the detective, the one who pieces together what others cannot, who uncovers patterns in the chaos, who brings hidden truths into the light, no matter how deeply they're buried. This isn't merely a skill, it's a duty. The world needs you to rise, to use your gifts wisely, to achieve what seems impossible, because if not you, then who? This is your sacred mission, and now is the time to own it. The veil between seen and unseen is thin, the stakes higher than ever, but you were made for this moment. Think back to those times when everything just seemed to click, the job that appeared out of nowhere, the chance meeting that shifted your entire path. Those weren't coincidences, they were the universe conspiring on your behalf, confirming that you are one of the chosen. You don't chase opportunities, you attract them, and when you follow your inner guidance, the timing is always flawless. It's as if the world syncs to your rhythm, always placing you exactly where you need to be. That's not luck, that's mastery. As the saying goes, The universe conspires to help those chosen to see, and you are not just chosen, you are tuned in. You don't second-guess your instincts, you trust them, you don't force the moment, you let it come, because you know timing is more about patience than action. You understand when to make your move, and when to wait, and in that flow there's nothing you can't accomplish. Trust that inner clock, it's never wrong, and neither are you. Quick pause, family. If this message is speaking to your soul, and you want to support this sacred work, you can buy me a coffee. Your support keeps this channel flowing with truth, light, and clarity. You'll find the link in the description, and drop a number 88 in the comments to let me know you're vibing with this message. Let's keep going. The dance you do each day isn't performed on a stage, it's woven through the shadows, in the silent spaces between words and actions. You're not simply moving through the world, you're navigating it with a precision most people can't imagine. You read the hidden language, sense the unspoken truths, and pick up on subtle cues others overlook. But with this power comes another level of responsibility. You can't just reveal everything you know, you must choose your... This journey isn't just about being smart, it's about embodying true strategy, intuition, and emotional intelligence in every step you take. You're not simply a detective solving surface-level mysteries, you are what I'd call a shadow dancer, someone who knows how to glide gracefully between the seen and unseen realms of life. You've developed an acute awareness of not just what's happening but why, and that makes all the difference. Every move you make is calculated, every word you speak is weighed, and every silence you hold is intentional. You've come to realize that your insights and revelations are not just treasures, they're fragile, precious, and even a bit dangerous in the wrong company. Share them too freely, and people may twist your wisdom, weaponize your truth, or simply mock what they can't comprehend. But when you wait for the right moment, sharing your knowledge with someone ready to receive it, you have the power to open minds, heal hearts, and change the very direction of someone's life. That's a delicate balance you've practiced for years, knowing when to step into the light and when to retreat into the shadows. You have become a master of protecting your energy, drawing boundaries that keep you grounded and centered in a world full of chaos and distraction. You know when to pull back and recharge, when to guard your peace fiercely, and when to step up and let your presence be known. This dance between visibility and invisibility is not for the faint of heart. It's a constant dynamic balancing act that most people could never fully grasp. But that's where your true strength shines. You don't just observe the world's shadows from a distance, you learn how to move through them, to read their language, to recognize patterns and signals that others overlook. You don't merely survive in the world's confusion, you thrive, because you've become a master at playing the game of life by rules that only you can see. So keep dancing, keep navigating the labyrinth with that intuitive rhythm that others mistake for luck or coincidence. You're not just a shadow dancer following the steps, you're the choreographer of your own destiny. Every moment is a chance to write a new part of your story, to express yourself with clarity, grace, and intention. This journey isn't anywhere near finished. In fact, with every revelation, every lesson, and every victory, you're just getting started. You quote Ved always felt there's much more to reality than what's visible to the naked eye. This world isn't just a collection of random events or disconnected moments. It's a living, breathing matrix, an intricate web of signs, symbols, synchronicities, and divine nudges. And you, with your heightened sensitivity and awareness, are uniquely able to read these messages. Think back to those ordinary moments that suddenly became extraordinary, a street sign that echoed your thoughts, a piece of graffiti with a word that hit your heart, a snippet of overheard conversation that seemed tailored just for you. To everyone else, these things are just background noise, but to you they're puzzle pieces, fragments of a larger message the universe is weaving just for you. While most people walk through their days on autopilot, numb to the deeper currents beneath the surface, you are wide awake, decoding life's mysteries, layer by layer. You see meaning in places others overlook, and you follow these clues with the curiosity and precision of an architect designing their own reality. How many times have you felt that electric chill when a license plate spells out a message you were just pondering? Or a song comes on the radio with lyrics that answer the very question in your mind? These aren't meaningless coincidences. They are the universe speaking your language, confirming that you are in alignment with a higher path. The beauty of your journey is that it's never stagnant. Every day is a new level to unlock, a new sequence of signs and synchronicities to interpret. You find yourself playing with reality, almost as if you've been given the cheat codes to life. While others are content to stay in the shallows, you dive deep, exploring the hidden architecture beneath every experience, every encounter, and every twist of fate. The world itself becomes your dance floor, a place where you set the rhythm, sense the unseen music, and invite others to awaken to the beat you already hear. Even in moments of uncertainty or doubt, you trust that the clues will keep coming. The signs will appear, and the path will reveal itself when you're ready. You understand that not every answer will be handed to you instantly. Sometimes you have to piece things together, hold your intuition close, and move patiently through the unknown. But that's where your magic truly lies, in your willingness to follow the mystery, embrace the unknown, and keep learning the subtle language of the universe. And through all of this, you never lose sight of your mission. You know your purpose goes beyond simply gathering knowledge. It's about living in such a way that your insights and wisdom uplift, inspire, and protect those around you. Whether you're guiding someone through a challenge, warning them of unseen dangers, or just quietly holding space for truth to emerge, you are fulfilling your sacred role as both a shadow dancer and a guardian of deeper meaning. So keep moving, keep decoding, and keep trusting your instincts. The journey is far from over, and every day brings a new layer of magic to discover. You're not just reading the matrix, you're actively creating it, step by step, with the grace and confidence of someone who finally knows their place in the grand design. This journey you're on is about far more than simply recognizing patterns. It's about plumbing the depths of what those patterns mean and why they appear, about discerning the hidden messages behind every synchronicity and sign. That's where your true brilliance emerges, not just in decoding life's puzzles, but in interpreting them in ways that bring meaning, wisdom, and transformation to yourself and the world around you. With this gift, though, comes a weighty responsibility, a sacred duty that you cannot take lightly. You're not here to decipher the secrets of the matrix for mere entertainment. You do it because you must. The world urgently needs those who see beyond the surface, who connect the seemingly random dots and reveal the bigger picture that eludes most people. You don't simply live in the world, you interact with it as a living code, uncovering hidden layers, exposing truths, and moving ever closer to the heart of reality itself. Each layer you pull back, every message you uncover. So you keep your senses on high alert, your mind razor sharp, and your intuition finely tuned, knowing that the matrix is vast and endlessly complex. But you, with your unique abilities, are the one chosen to navigate its tangled pathways. And the truth is, this journey is still just at its dawn. You don't need an official crown or title to confirm your royalty, nor do you require the validation or applause of others to know your true worth. The source of your power is never external. It lives in the quiet authority you embody, in the way you move, the way you speak, and the unwavering confidence that radiates from you even when you say nothing at all. You have nothing to prove. Your presence alone is living proof. This is the invisible crown you wear, a crown not of jewels, but of wisdom, clarity, and self-realization. Your intuition is your scepter, guiding you unerringly through life's twists and turns, helping you sense what's true and what's merely distraction. This is what sets you apart, what makes you untouchable and extraordinary in a world obsessed with validation. While others chase approval, you are dialed into a higher frequency. Your silence, your composure, your subtle strength, these speak volumes. You don't have to shout to command respect or attention. The world feels your presence and responds, because your power is rooted in a higher authority, one that comes from beyond ego or self-interest. It's a connection to something greater, a divine source, and that's what keeps you humble, grounded, and always real, even as you rise. True royalty never needs to announce itself with fanfare or bravado. It is shown in how you face life's challenges with dignity, in the ways you lift others up as you rise, in your unshakable authenticity. When the world pressures you to conform, you don't need a physical crown or to sit on a throne to rule your world. You are already a king or queen, your presence and energy commanding attention wherever you go. Your intuition is your scepter, your awareness is your throne, and your power is simply undeniable. You wear your invisible crown with a quiet pride, but also with immense grace, understanding that the world doesn't just need your light. It needs your leadership, your example, your wisdom, and the guidance you bring by simply being true to yourself. This is the mission you were born for, and every day, the universe reminds you just how clear that calling is. But even the rarest gift must be cultivated and honed. Even the sharpest blade will dull if neglected. Your intuition, your perception, your extraordinary skill for reading the matrix, these are your sacred tools. But like any master, you know they must be cared for, refined and expanded, if you're to use them to their fullest potential. Imagine meditation as your personal whetstone, sharpening your senses, clearing mental clutter, and allowing you to access deeper layers of awareness. Meditation isn't just about quieting the mind, it's about tuning into the energetic frequencies that carry wisdom and answers. The more you practice, the clearer the signals become, the easier it is to receive guidance, and the brighter your path appears before you. But your toolkit doesn't stop there. Energy work is your next evolution. Whether you ground yourself in nature, connect with the resonance of healing crystals, or practice modalities like Reiki or sound therapy, you are learning to manipulate the invisible forces that shape your experience. You're upgrading your spiritual antenna, making it sensitive enough to pick up even the faintest, subtlest vibrations from the universe. You become capable of sensing shifts in energy, noticing changes that others miss, and respond. Dreams are another secret weapon in your arsenal. In the dream world, your subconscious and higher self speak to you in symbols, stories, and metaphors, solving problems, delivering messages, and preparing you for the day ahead. Night after night, you traverse realms that most people never even remember, bringing back wisdom that you use in your waking life to navigate challenges, understand relationships, and deepen your purpose. Your dreams are a classroom and a sanctuary, and you trust that they're just as important as your waking moments in guiding your path. Journaling, too, becomes a potent tool for reflection and refinement, capturing insights, noticing repeating themes, and tracking your evolution over time. The act of writing solidifies wisdom, turning fleeting ideas into lasting knowledge you can return to whenever you need grounding or clarity. Breathwork, movement, and creative expression round out your toolkit, helping you process energy, clear blockages, and keep your spirit in peak condition. As you commit to these practices and keep honing your gifts, you step more fully into your sacred mission. You are not only a reader of signs and a decoder of mysteries, but an interpreter of the universe's deepest truths. A leader, a guide, a light in a world longing for direction and clarity. With every passing day, your powers grow sharper, your understanding deeper, and your influence greater. You move through the world not as a passive observer, but as a conscious co-creator, living proof that when you honor your gifts, nurture your intuition, and walk with invisible authority, there are truly no limits to what you can see, create, or become. This is only the beginning, and as you continue to sharpen your edge, you'll find that life itself is eager to reveal its wonders to you. One sign, one revelation, one dream at a time. Your dreams are not merely random flickers of your imagination or strange stories that replay in your mind when you sleep. They are sacred messengers, intricate blueprints, and coded communications from the deepest layers of your subconscious and at times from the universe itself. When you dream, your higher self and the divine conspire to send you wisdom in the form of symbols, journeys, and encounters. Some nights, a single face might reappear in different settings. On others, you may see repeating locations, odd events, or even hear a phrase that lingers long after you wake up. These aren't just meaningless images. Each detail, however fleeting, is a clue. That's why you must become intentional about recording your dreams. The simple act of keeping a dream journal, jotting down every scrap, feeling, or image, no matter how minor, sets you on the path of revelation. Over time, as you return to these pages, you'll discover threads connecting your dreams to real life. Certain animals, numbers, people, or places that show up in both realms. You'll find that the more attention you give to your dreams, the more clearly you'll see that they are maps, laying out the routes to understanding, healing, and guidance in your waking world. But the universe doesn't just communicate with you in sleep. The messages are everywhere, woven into the very fabric of your daily experience. The subtle signs, the ones that most people dismiss as. When you learn to pay attention and follow these clues with the curiosity of a true detective, life starts to open up. You begin to see connections, recognize patterns, and realize that the universe is in constant conversation with you. Every sign is an invitation, a wink from the cosmos encouraging you to keep going, to look deeper, and to trust the unfolding mystery. Of course, this level of perception and connection requires more than passive observation. It demands discipline, self-awareness, and a well-developed toolkit of spiritual and practical rituals. You need frameworks that support your growth and keep your gifts sharp. Building routines that honor your intuitive nature, like daily meditation, conscious breathing, time spent in nature, creative expression, and mindful reflection, anchors your energy, calms your mind, and tunes your frequency to the language of the universe. Rituals don't have to be elaborate. Even simple acts like lighting a candle with intention, pulling a tarot card for guidance, or taking a few moments to express gratitude reinforce your alignment and amplify your awareness. You become more than just gifted, you become equipped. You transform your potential into true mastery by engaging with your abilities deliberately, nurturing them day by day. Remember, your powers aren't just about seeing what's hidden, they're about shaping what's possible. You're not a bystander or passive observer in the unfolding drama of life. You are a creator, an artist painting reality with every thought, every intention, every conscious action. Every moment of heightened awareness, every choice to trust your gut or follow a hunch, is like a brush stroke on the canvas of existence. You are not simply here to watch the game being played by others. You are a player, a game changer, someone who influences the rules by the way you show up, the energy you bring, and the choices you make. Your intuition, your perception, your ability to decode the mysteries of the matrix, these are leading you to one breathtaking truth. You are not just solving the mysteries, you are writing them, living them, and inviting others to see their own lives as works of art. Think back to all those times you felt that pull inside, the certainty that something was about to happen, the urge to take a path that made no logical sense, or the inner knowing that a decision would change your life. Each time you trusted that inner guidance, you weren't just discovering the truth, you were co-creating it. You are bending reality to your will, aligning yourself with the greater flow, and working in partnership with the universe to manifest your destiny. That is the true power of heightened awareness. It's not only about noticing the threads of fate, but also about weaving them into a tapestry that is uniquely yours. But your role doesn't stop at being a weaver. You are the architect of your reality. The universe isn't just dropping signs in your path for you to admire or collect. It's inviting you to build something new, to actively participate in the ongoing creation of your life story. Every insight you gain, every lesson you learn, every moment of sudden clarity is a tool, a block, a beam in the structure you're building. With each revelation, you're not just understanding the world more deeply, you're helping to transform it. You are not a spectator of the mystery, you are the creator, shaping and bringing the truth to life through your actions, your words, and your very being. And in this process, you must remember, mastery is not a destination, but a lifelong path. You are the eternal student, always learning, growing, and expanding. With each challenge you face, each layer you uncover, each truth you reveal, your gifts become more refined, and your vision becomes clearer. The detective is always evolving, always delving into deeper levels of awareness, forever transforming both themselves and the world around them. That's all for today. Dear Father, I pray for the growth of my faith. Help me trust you even when physical evidence is lacking. Let me believe in your perpetual presence, knowing you will never harm me. I understand that your thoughts for me are thoughts of prosperity and not harm, to give me a good future. Thank you, gracious and eternal Father, for always listening to my voice. I offer up this prayer to you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for your love and provision. I am grateful for your presence in my life and the abundance you bring. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need to hear this message. Leave a comment below about your journey and how you are preparing for your own triumphant return. If you'd like to support our work, please